Our friends, welcome to the channel. Bob here, and today I'm going to do a quest guide well, I say a quest guide, just going to kind of show you how to get the Warden skill tree, which is it's a skill tree only usable in animal form. That doesn't mean that you have to use it with animal skills as animal form. So if you've got a preference for it, you can't. I think the problem is you can't use all skills in animal form. But if you like the look of an animal form, but you don't like the skills, you can actually kind of use any skills that an animal is able to use in animal form, if that makes sense. So I'm currently a bat, but I haven't got bat skills selected. Yeah, that's quite an important thing I think that people don't realise with animal forms, is that you can be the form of an animal but then use other skills that are not those animal forms skill tree. So you don't have to use bat. You are kind of limited, obviously, because you can't use the shield tree because you're an animal with claws or paws or whatever and that kind of thing. But yeah, you can still use plenty of other skills. But the Warden is primarily for animal form, but you can use Warden with other skills. So I could use Warden and psychology, for example, because they're two skills that my bat form can use. Yeah, so I'm just going to run you through the quest, basically. That's all we're going to do. The quest starts here at Norbert. Norbert is a pig in Animal Town. Animal Town is in Sun Vale. I'll bring the map up here so you can have a look. Just here. So when you're an animal, you can come to Sun Vale, and you've got traders and people to talk to here, etc., etc. Yeah, and it's pretty cool. Each creature here has its own personality. Some of them have got skills. There's, they train you in some animal form skill trees and etc. Yeah, and it's just a fun place to be if you're an animal. So Norbert will start off the Warden skill line. It's not just Norbert. I think you can do the Suspicious Cow Ineltable, and also Red. Where's Red? Red might be in Kerr Mountains. Is Red a fox? I'm not sure, but one of those three. You need to be friends with them. But yeah, I've already done it. The reason I've already done it before I recorded the video is I didn't want to kind of spoil the chat and stuff, because it's quite interesting to read. There's some lore behind animals and the Warden skill, and that's all really interesting to read, so I would definitely recommend doing that. So you talk to Norbert, and what Norbert does, I did start this video off as like a scripted, pre-recorded type thing, but I wasn't happy with it. So yeah, this is how I'm doing it, but it's kind of set up so that I can do it fairly quickly. There might be a cut or two. So talk to Norbert, and he will send you to Kerr Mountains, which is where I am currently bound. I'm not sure if you've seen it before, but I will point out on the map so you can find it. Yeah, this is Kerr Mountains. The teleport is near a couple of buildings, so hopefully you won't freeze. So you have to be careful in Kerr. I know a lot of people talking about the Pantheon kind of climatization thing is quite cool, but Project Gorgon's had that for years. So just over here, you can see the buildings in the background here where the teleporter is. I'll show you on the map in a minute. We've got a creepy looking door. It's got orc skulls on the door. I don't quite know why. I'm not sure of... Oh my god. Sorry, this is why I don't like scripted videos, because this would not happen on a scripted video. I just think it's quite funny. I've just been randomly attacked by a load of mountain sheep, which I think is quite cool, and they're not going to be able to get me up here. Well, that was excellent. I enjoyed that a lot. Let's just eat some food as well. Okay. So over here we've got a creepy looking door. So you select the door and you go through a conversation with, I think it's a goat called Barnaby. Yeah, and basically, trollingly, although I don't think it's quite meant that way, but they then send you back to the person you spoke to. Let's just fly up here on top, because any bat should be perched above a dungeon entrance, surveying or guarding the area. Yeah, so they will then send you back to your quest giver, in my case, Norbert, which was quite funny. I was like, oh, for God's sake, but then I thought about it and read some of the text, and I thought that's quite funny, actually. But what if you, when you're a beast for a certain period of time, you can get one of these from Cinnamon, who's a rabbit in she's a rabbit in Animal Town. You get it by giving her, I think it's 20 carrots. I'm saving the carrots for some faction within the Warden hideout here. But yeah, you get one of these recall collars, which means that you get a skill. It's handy because you get a teleport, which has got like a, I'm not sure what the cooldown is, 1800 seconds. Was that 60? I guess it's a fair while. Is that 30 minutes? Yeah, but basically, it allows you a free recall back to Animal Town, which is really handy. So there's Cinnamon, and if you talk to her, yeah, familiar bonding, and yeah, you get a nice free teleport, which is really, really cool. So you come back to Norbert, and Norbert finally kind of seen, well, I won't spoil it for you, but because there's some more text and stuff to read, some more quest text. But Norbert gives you a quest, essentially. Let's bring the map up again. The quest is to kill, I think it's 10 Ranelon. Now Ranelon, if you can see here, the location of Animal Farm, Ranelon will be found all around here. So killing 10 of those is easy. He also wants you to collect bananas, I believe. And there are banana trees. All this can be done in Sun Vale. So there are banana trees in Sun Vale that you'll find to pick bananas. And he also wants you to meditate at the 5 meditation places spread around. I might just fly up for this. It's all in Sun Vale. So I normally turn the trees off just so it's easier to see things. But if you just see this building ahead here, there's like a small stone structure. And in there is a meditation pillar. And basically you need to go and just click on 5 of those. So there's this one here you can see, that's dead in front of us. There's one on each of the islands. There's one here. You can just see it here. Where's the other island? Up here. There's one on this island. That's 3. There's 5 of them. And I think there's a couple up here. There's one just here. And then we've got that one. I think this might be one. I think there's one in this location. But if you turn the trees off, you will kind of see them at a distance, basically. There's one just here. I'm not sure if we got that one, but there's 5. So once you do that, you return to Norbert. He takes you through a process, like an initiation ritual to become a warden. And then he tells you to go back again to Kerr Mountains for the super secret. I'm going to recall again. Yeah, the super secret Warden hideout, and that's where all your training and stuff takes place. It's interesting as well because learning skills and increasing the level range of your skill tree uses something called Warden points, so that there's no financial investment. I imagine from a Warden point of view, it's probably going to get quite expensive, but you don't use cash to increase the skill, which is quite unusual. Normally you would do, but once you've done that, there's some more conversation here. I wasn't sure if I should do this from the start and include the conversation, but I didn't want to spoil it for anyone in case you do it, because it's just funny and you get some lore and stuff. So this is the Warden grotto that we're going into. Yeah, oh, Milton. Yeah, Milton the goat here is the person a harried sheep, I should say, although he's a goat. You talk to Milton, yeah, and you go, yeah, what I would make sure you do, I kind of didn't do it first of all, and I was like thinking, oh, I'm not actually a warden yet, but go through his chat, because he does another ritual for you, and you then become a warden. I'm not sure I've got many skills to show you here, but the warden, yeah, so the warden skill tree is I've increased my level with him, so that my faction. So you need to increase faction with each of these NPCs here. Oh, cool. So when you increase faction with the NPCs here, you get warden points. That's pretty cool. That's the only one so far. Yeah, you get warden points, and warden points are spent on warden skills, as I said. So you don't need to. You don't need to spend cash. But if you look at it, warden points are the skills are quite expensive as you go up. So I'm kind of picking my skills warily at the moment. I'm not sure. It's weird because small talk. For some reason here on the training part, it doesn't show you, it doesn't give you your current currency that I can see with regards to how many warden points you've got. But if you go and speak to Milton and go to the shop, then it shows you, because you can spend your warden points on some stuff here as well. Yeah, just some bonuses and stuff, and disguise kits, warden food, which is 3. I'm kind of not spending it on that at the moment, but it tells you here what your current warden point value is. So I think it looks a pretty good goat skin. I love the wall texture there. That's really, really cool, and the head texture, just the whole texture of Milton is pretty awesome. Yeah, so you've got NPCs in here, and when you increase your favour with them, then you get points. You get faction points. You get warden points that you just then spend on your training. I'm kind of going to get some control burn. Apprehend looks good. Yeah, so I'm kind of I haven't spent too many points yet. I'm kind of just working through that. I think I've got some. Yeah, I'm going to give. Let's just see, just so that you know. Let's just see. 5 favour. Oh, well, okay. That's not too bad. Yeah, so every time you get faction, you get points. There's also a storage chest here, so you open up storage as well, which is pretty cool. But I'm not going to train anything else particularly there at the moment. The warden skills themselves are kind of, quite well designed actually around the animals. There are a number of animals where it kind of supports the damage type that those animals have. It also has a fairly amazing damage shield. And yes, just some direct damage. It's got some direct damage skills and some AoE skills based on different types of different damage types, and so they kind of supplement the animal forms. I'm not sure if it supplements all of the animal forms. Barnaby here is teaching a couple of foxes. Yeah, but it seems to mix up damage types for the different animal forms, so it's fairly supportive. There's also some utility in the skill trees as well. Apprehend, I think, is something that it kind of pulls enemies towards you. Conditioning shock, so that increases the electricity damage. Future attacks. Lethal force. Take reduced damage. Control burn is like a dot, which seems pretty cool. And you can unlock warden skills here. So it costs like 38 just to unlock up to level 70. So that's going to be fairly expensive for your wardens. But when you become a warden, what you do get is you do get a recipe under law And every 24 hours, check. There's a Warden alert. They're a bit like the Druid alerts, I guess. So if you use it, there will be an NPC that requires aid, and if you go and aid them, you also get Warden points for that. So, okay, yeah. So suspicious cannon eligible. If we go and speak to her, she will give us a quest. These change every 24 hours, I believe. So she will give us a quest that will allow us to, to gain some more Warden points. So that's how you're going to be gaining your Warden points, as it is. Raising faction with the NPCs here. It seems to be a good place to make cheese as mushrooms as well. So people are leaving their mushroom grow boxes and their cheese casks as well, which is pretty cool. There's a fair amount of lore that I won't spoil for you. So just through this area here, there's like a waterfall and a little pond, and you learn some stuff about that as you go through the quest. There's a tired panther here called Pickles, who you do a couple of quests for, which is quite interesting. And you obviously you raise favour in the normal way with all of these. You either do favours for them, or you give them, or you just give them stuff that they like. Basically, there's a Warden storage. Got quite a bit of extra storage open now, which is pretty cool. And that's it. That's how you become a Warden. I've kind of created this video, I guess, in a slightly different way, because I didn't want to spoil the lore and like the quest dialogue and stuff for you, because some of it's quite funny, some of it's interesting. It gives you an idea behind what the Wardens are all about. And I'm just currently leveling Warden quite casually. He actually starts off at 30, I think, Warden. So it kind of you get a bit of a boost. As you can see, I've only bought 2 skills so far. I'm kind of saving the points, but I'm almost 55. So I will need to speak to Barnaby soon. I think I probably need... Yeah, so I need to give him some more carrots, because I need to unlock 51 to 60, because I'm almost maxed out there. We'll do that. Anyway, that's how you become a Warden. There's some quest dialogue there. There's some lore, which is really interesting, which is why you can tell me if it was a bad idea or not, but I didn't want to include it just in case it spoiled it for you. I guess I could have done it the other way, but anyway, if you're an animal form, Warden looks super duper as a supportive skill for it, and you don't need to be using your animal form skills to use it. You can mix and match with something else as well. I imagine there's probably some skills it goes well with. It seems to do quite a lot of damage in itself, so maybe using it with a support skill like priest, maybe psychology, mentalism, I guess it will probably mix with pretty well. I think there's like a lightning buff there. So yeah, that's it guys, thanks for watching.